I need to get something off my chest, y'all. I really do. As you grow, let's talk about growth and change. As you grow, you have to change your mindset. In order for you to continue to level up, you have to change your mindset. And your new mindset has a whole different perspective than the mindset you had last year, than the mindset you had 2 months ago. As long as you make a progression forward, your mindset is changing. They go hand in hand. You will not be the same person next year that you are right now if you are leveling up. If you want to be the same person and if you want to have what you have right now, then there is no change necessary. But know that you will have the exact same thing you have now next year. So if you want something different, you have to do something different. And if you do something different, something has to change. You cannot walk in the exact same steps and expect to move forward. All you're doing is marching in place. If you want to get from point A to point B, you have to move. Something has to change. And when you level up in whatever industry, even in your personal life, then guaranteed your mindset changes. The way you think changes. And as your mindset changes, so does the level of tolerance that you have for what you used to tolerate. So right now, if you've leveled up or you're leveling up, what you tolerate now is not what you used to tolerate. You're not going to tolerate the same foolishness you used to deal with. You will come to a point where you understand that it's not necessary for your growth. If what you were dealing with is not helping you move forward, you're going to cut it loose. Even if that means you're cutting loose people, you're going to cut that loose because you're not going to want to deal with it. It's going to be a stumbling block in front of you. It's an obstacle, and you have to get around that obstacle, jump over that obstacle, dig under the obstacle, but you're going to get past that obstacle, or you're going to stay in place because that obstacle is right there. And sometimes that obstacle is you. Sometimes that obstacle is your best friend. Sometimes that obstacle is your partner. Sometimes that obstacle is your family. But you have to recognize it when you see it. You have to set boundaries when you're moving up levels. Whether you're in sales, whether you're in healthcare, whether you're in education, whether you're in finance, it doesn't matter. The higher the levels you obtain, the more your mindset will shift. So, of course, the dogs want to bark. So clearly, hush, it's Thor. So clearly, what you need to understand is it can come from anywhere. So as you grow, you're going to redraw your healthy boundaries. You're going to step outside of your comfort zone into those new boundaries. And then when you want to level up again, you're going to redraw those boundaries again further out. And then you're going to get comfortable in that new comfort zone. And then you're going to redraw and redraw. That's how you reach the levels. That's how you hit your destiny. That's how you grow. So foolishness, pettiness, drama that you dealt with before because you thought you needed to, you're going to realize that's not necessary. You can live without that. You're better off without that. You have peace, you have balance, and you have growth without that. And you'll get to a point where you'll cut it off. Case in point, let me tell you what happened. I am an independent, among other things, I am an independent consultant for paparazzi accessories. And I sell $5 jewelry. So I went live last night, y'all. I went live on a different social media platform. And I noticed this one friend. I've had this friend for a very long time. We talk on a regular basis. I used to do work for her in another industry another business I run. So I saw that she was watching the live, because on that platform, the people you're friends with, on that social media platform, the people you're friends with populate, and you see that it says their name is watching. So I greeted her. Hey, sis, what's going on? Where you been? That's about it. That's about it. And I was on that live for about an hour, sold a few pieces. I shut the live down. I finished it. As I'm packing up orders, getting things ready to ship first thing in the morning, I went to bed. I was knocked out. I woke up first thing this morning, dark, early this morning, to a notification on my phone. I noticed my phone had a notification. And it was a notification from one of the payment apps I have. So I'm thinking someone paid their invoice that I sent last night. So I checked it to see who had paid, so who gets shipped out. And it wasn't a payment of an invoice. It was a request for money. So someone invoiced me. Who was it? The same friend who was on my live feed. She watched that entire live feed because the notification came in minutes after I ended that live feed. Now, I didn't notice it then because I shut my phone off when I ended the live. I shut my phone off. So I didn't get any notifications because it was bedtime. I was out. When it's time for bed, I shut everything down. I lock up shop, done for the night. Minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes after that live feed was over. She saw I made some money. She saw I made money. So she figured, I guess, that she would ask me for some money because I couldn't say I didn't have it because she saw me make it. She saw that. So I noticed she didn't text me. She didn't call. So she didn't ask. Sis, I need a few dollars. Can you help me out? No, she just sent the request. She sent me an invoice to pay her because I earned some money. So I contacted her. Was this a mistake? Was it a glitch in this payment system? Or was this for something else? She said, no, it was for her. She needed some money and she figured, since she saw me make some, that I would pass some off. She did not like my response whatsoever. I don't know if she thought that I was such a good friend that I would just pass off money just because you wanted some. Just like I went out and made that money, just like I made moves to level up to make the amount of money that I make now. Money that I won't make next year because I'll make more next year. This time next year, watch me work. I'll be in a whole different tax bracket next year, and I'm working hard on it. But what you're not going to do is feel that you are entitled to what I've earned because I've done the work to change my mindset. I've done the work to level up. I've done the work to bring in more money because I'm not satisfied with what I have now. I'm not satisfied with what I had last year. I'm going to have more next year and the year after. Watch me work. But what you're not going to do, what we not fitting to do, is take out of my hand because you didn't want to do the work. You're not going to tolerate that type of foolishness in your life. Now, last year, if somebody had sent this to me, a few months ago, if somebody had sent that request to me, I'd have paid it. Said, here, whatever you need, use it. There have been nights I sat up planning, writing together a business plan to get within one short month where I am now. So this time last month, I wasn't in this position. I'm in a better position this month than I was last month. And I started this business. I started my own jewelry business with being an independent consultant last month. Last month. 15th of last month. Actually, the night of the 14th, but it was so late I don't even count that. So the 15th of last month. And today is the 18th. So it's been a month and 3 days. Yes, I just had to check the date. And I realized that I've grown. The minute I became incensed, the minute I became offended at this request, I felt that it was an intrusion. You want to do this? You can make your own money. And so I asked, what made you think I had money? Because you watched my live feed and you saw me make that money? So I asked that. I said, because I'm confused. What makes you think that you would send me an invoice to pay you for something you didn't work for? Now, if you had an emergency, something like that, text me, call me. We're friends. I could work with that. If you come to me and you ask, look, I'm having a hard time, can you help me? Sure, not a problem. But I'll be damned if you're going to feel so entitled that you're going to, without asking me, invoice me to fund you. Because you don't want to get up and do work yourself. You don't want to get up and do what you have to do. If you have restrictions where you can't work a regular job, you better figure something out. If you have a limited amount of income each month, don't live above your means. Check your circle, because if you're paying more out for stupidity than you are keeping for yourself and you're not taking care of yourself, that's your problem, not mine. Because I'm not the same person I was. And I'm not going to deal with it. So what happens is your mindset shifts, you level up, and you realize your tolerance for the foolishness you used to have is little to none. I don't have a little tolerance. I have zero. So never be confused. Your mindset and your level up go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. It's okay to continue to have those healthy boundaries. It is okay to work on you, and it is okay to keep growing. Because not everybody who started your journey with you is going to be there at the end of your journey. They may only be there in your life for a specific period of time. And then it's time for them to move on. It's time for you to move on. Maybe they're going to still be stuck behind that obstacle, but you've jumped that hurdle and you're going to continue on. Sometimes your circle will get smaller the higher you go in your journey. The higher you level up, the more your circle will change. And that's okay. Don't feel bad. It's okay. If they don't want to level up, if they want to stay where they are, if they're satisfied with where they are, regardless of the fact that they complain about it all the time, everybody is responsible for their own journey. You are not responsible to carry someone you are not. So continue to level up. Keep that mindset moving. Keep those healthy boundaries. Continue to redraw your comfort zone and push and continue to push and push and redraw and push till you hit your destiny, till you hit that goal. And don't stop. Let no one stop you. Ever.